Rest in peace, Sandra Bland, and happy 30th birthday. I know you didn't make it, but I just wanted to come on here and make a video responding to what Tommy Sotomayor had to say about this situation. Um, Tommy had some good points, but I wanted to talk about a little bit of a solution. I wanted to make this video a long time ago. I never got around to it. This was basically when the height of black killings were happening, such as Sandra Bland and Eric Gardner and such. I just really thought that at that point I wanted to say some stuff. I for some reason I never got around to it, but I just believe that us as black people, what we need is a committee or some sort of organization where we could go to. For instance, Sandra Bland needed $500 as some sort of bail and she wasn't able to get it for whatever reason. So this was always my thing. And I'll relate this to something that recently happened and give you my take on it. You know, Chief Keef recently got arrested for home invasion, assault, and robbery. And I want to say right now that I respected the way how Chief Keef got arrested. And I'll say that again. I respected the way how Chief Keef got arrested. Let me explain why. You see, too often we see a lot of black people who try to have a court case in the street with an officer, and it's very clear that does not work. It don't work. That's why I respected the way how Chief Keef got arrested. This man's bail with his homeboy was set to about 750,000 or so, I believe. And you know, he went to jail. His homeboys went and gather up the money and bail him out. Now I know that's a lot of money, but Chief Keef, he's an entertainer. He does shows globally, and he makes a lot of money per show. So that money would not seem like so much. So there you go. It's pretty much that way. You know, they used the law within the confines of the law. They were able to get the money and bail a man out, and within a matter of days, this person was back on the street. So this is something that black people have to understand. There's a lot of times when you think a cop pull you over and it's for some outstanding charge or it's for some outstanding payments or fines or ticket, and you'll see a lot of black people sometimes they'll run or they'll be disrespectful or they'll be argumentative. I mean, you're gonna tell me now you have the right to defend yourself and you have the right to say these sort of stuff, but the fact of the matter is you don't even look like a boss and you look very petty. Sometimes, honestly, I haven't been pulled over in over a year by a cop, and I drive every single day, and I see different type of people. I'm talking different races, white people, and everyone get pulled over all the time. So, bro, don't give me this crap about it's only black people that get pulled over. No, black people get pulled over and they just don't know how to act. And when you run from an officer, a person who has is an authority figure, it's not a good look. It's never a safe thing to do because we know these people will kill you and then they'll get away with it. And let's be clear about that right while I'm at it right now. I'll say this. The fact of the matter is those people are there to serve an essential service. So it's not always a case of in like it's white supremacy that they get away with it. It's for the simple fact that basically these people are given that sort of power, and it's a well-known fact. So that means you're not supposed to try to override that person's power because it's not going to work in your favor. There's no way in society that someone is going to say to you as a everyday citizen you have more power over a cop. It doesn't work that way because we know when push comes to shove, we need the cops to protect the citizens. So you have to understand that and to be able to look at that in an unbiased sort of way. So again, I'll talk about the solution regarding this Sandra Bland and what we need to do, what we should have done, and is as a learning example. And even with GoFundMe page in this age of social media and this digital age that we're living in, it's easy for us to start a GoFundMe page, and maybe for that $500 we could have had five people just pledge $1, and that could have ended up saving her life, gotten her released from prison. But most essentially and most importantly, what black people have to learn from this message right here is simply this: you take the charge like a boss. You do something that you know is going to come back to haunt you. You take responsibility for that. It's up to us to do that. And when we come into contact with the law in this sort of way, now we're going to need some programs and a committee who could look out for us, or someone we could call to say that, you know what, we're in trouble and we're going to need our community to help us out. And I'm not saying that you should be committing crimes in the first place, but if you do find yourself in a situation, this is how you're supposed to get out.